You're welcome to MMS channel. I'm broadcasting live here from Cape Coast, where I name it CCC Town. I'm very glad to having you here. Every time you hear me say I'm glad, doesn't make me actually a glad man or glad person, but I know I can design what is gladness. Now, I just want to simply tell you that we have a very nice conversation and this kind of taking you through a kind of presentation on the concept of Christ as an angel. You didn't know he was one of them. That's why he could have really handled um, unconditional situations, such as raising the dead or having so much love and relationships like so much. I just want to simply go also on this side from this side. Now we go straight or we dive in it, and so bear with me that not everyone will claim to this that actually is given because some of us are actually we are from that place. So you can see the unconditional time of really making it rain. Now let's go straight into this scripture part where it says so much in the Hebrew. So we're going to take a Hebrew kind of reading. Today I've decided to make things look the way it is. So you have to just bear with me that this is how I want it to be like. Just want to shout it all today like this. Now, pick a pen and a piece of paper and let's see what we can do with this. Now, I just want us to have an encounter with what? What could be driving us to having our daily bread on the table and what we actually call the Sylvester machine. You know, Sylvester machine is actually not a gun. So anytime you hear about Sylvester, it doesn't make Sylvester somebody crying, but it's you crying that have actually become a problem. An issue to me, like you having lost your virginity to napping, having lost your virginity to the dust and to all wasted, is why I'm so concerned about this conversation. So I want you to bear with me. I have this open ear and understanding that if your heart is so open, your heart is not going to be opened by any key other than being a spirit that listening. Now, if you're a spirit listening, and so you are also a spirit, so you also listen and understand it by digesting it and making sure that everywhere that you hear here or listen to, you also pick up an information of it and drive it to a reference point of it. So you have a lot to do. You have a huge responsibility, a task that rewards you so much. Now, if we haven't been rewarded at all, it doesn't make us losers of this, but we are heirs of this world because angels will come and testify about angels. And so I needed to take this very conversation very serious because it is very needful. Wanting you to know that in the end times, we are not going to encounter any end time anywhere whatsoever, but it is you now and now. What you make use of today. Because your building for tomorrow starts right now. And whatever you need in future, the future is today. So if you couldn't live well today, the Bible actually discloses the fact that the earn of things actually begins that very day you were given. So the end shall be made known to you from the very beginning. So to know anything in the latter day, you should look at it how we were taking on bigger positions and have won certain things. Being born as a Sunday born, a midnight or morning bright star, and a January born, actually having all this, having lived a 34-year plus work and in this project, my friend, I tell you, this is somebody you have to take serious. Already you know that someone being born on Sunday and being born in January, all this is a leadership person, a warrior, and you are told the Lord himself is a warrior, he's a builder, he's a love unconditional. So all these things you cannot say you are selling it out there unto me. It is my birth, it's my right, and it's my responsibility, it's my power. And you know that in this world, the Sunday born are the only powerful people in the world. You could become what you think, but it doesn't make you one that the Lord approve of because it is this cycle of things. And being a circle of things that makes actually what we say is true. So that no matter what you try to throw away, hit it, I can hit and run of this, it's still going to maintain it. There is a portion of this I can hear her. So bear with me this. Now we're gonna take Hebrews chapter number 17. Do we even have 17? Yes. You know 17 is my migration. So 17 is actually my migration where I finish with something. I finished a major course by establishing the kingdom and building the temple so much to that height, so much that I had to rest. And in my rest time, the move actually had landed on 17. So the number 17, the 2020 17 or 2017 is actually a number unique. So unique to the angel, not you. So you could be reading or counting it as a year that came and like this. No, it is known to an angel. So that work, that number is actually a year known toward the angel, so not you. Now, somebody be very careful and cautious about this. Now, this is what we're going to do to actually get ourselves, maybe you, not somebody, but me, also getting that right to entering into what another realms right now. So let's not be tired. I'm not inviting everyone here, but the spirit, as it wanting to deal with somebody, that I wanted to. But in my wish, if I had any will, my will is this. That I already know what I'm doing as a leader. I'm showing you this. If you really want to know who actually is a leader, come, let me approve of my testimony, my achievement as a script that actually tell you I'm a leader. So you cannot take me for granted as a pastor or a prophet, a kind of prophet. No, at least you should know where we have hailed from. Now we have hailed a decision of the Lord in the will of Him, that is the holiness and the sanctuary of the Most High holiness. So you cannot also compare me to whatever you think is a religion unto you or church. Don't bring me there. I'm only telling you what you need to know. For certainties are already given. And so you don't have to listen to my words or words and try to mistake me to be what you heard somewhere or somebody wrote onto you. This is all written about somebody. So it's better you know and listen very well. Subscribe and share the channel and scripture content to somebody because you need it, you need it, because you need understanding of this and today's words because you have to digest well before you go on. You cannot use any place as a standing or stumbling stone to be your weakness or strength if you don't have this understanding. But of course, if it's not written of you, you're actually never going to have it. Now listen. Now Hebrew chapter 1. So now we're beginning with something, chapter 1. Now chapter 1 verse 13, where we should have taken this right. But I decided that this is very needful. So let's start it from verse 5 and we go with it like that. Now somebody listen very well as it's demonstrating and also display on your screen. I illustrate so much that you should not see it as words or written words. You should see it as somebody who is being led by this same thing or what you didn't know. Actually, after the whole era of Christ's mission on earth and being his ascension or whatever departure to the heavens or departing from the temple, you should know what actually led him. If it's by spirit, you should still look at it till date that something is really happening. So I'm not going to be mentioning about a name Jesus or whatever, Yeshua or whatever. Look, just say the Christ. You know what the Christ means? Simply anointed one. So if you see out of all of them, the one who is most anointed, you know who is truly the anointed one. The Messiah, you know. So that by all situations we have lived. Look, regardless of what they say we didn't have, we have built them. So if they say we don't have it, it doesn't make it in it. So it is working. It is working. So that okay. So now Hebrew chapter 1 verse 5. We're going to take it out. So I'll be carving so that you see the most reality. Now listen very well. Nobody's preaching here. But the reality is that you were given a log and you carve out something from the log and you have a desirable artifact that you can name appreciation. Because after criticism, you should still have your A beyond the plus so that nobody on this earth can judge you anymore because you have been criticized and have been adjudged your reward. So if you haven't done anything that has gone through criticism at the same time scoring A beyond that, then you know you have a question mark on you. Look, you can still place it wherever. But I'm saying let's focus more on this. Now I said, for unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son, this day have I begotten thee. So he said, anytime there was a need, or anytime there's a new adventure, the Lord will actually require, or the King of Kings, or the Creator, or the Almighty, the ascended power and the descending authority. There's the authority, the super most powerful thing that holds these every earth or rocks hanging there. These things that are hanging them up there, they actually this kind of creator, the kind of artist of this universe that is so unpredictable. But he can say that I will want you to speak. Go tell my people, tell them, this is what you need to know. Now, it's because I have loved you that I have also made this known to you, that a time like this, you shall have this. An encounter. This is not preceded issues. This is not predicted issues. This is not even prophecies. But they are actually things hidden. Like words that you could not actually say, the Lord, he did say or he didn't say it. You are only to know what is at stake now. The times. Now he said, for unto which of the angels said he at any time, Thou art my son? So are you also one that we are asking? If you claim to have a God or Almighty or Creator, and that he said, my Father is this Creator. He is that. So he only reasoned with the angels. So among the angels, the Lord will only need someone among the angels to say certain, not human. So if you don't think the angels are actually human beings to have been what sons and daughters, then it's like you are far from truth and knowing what is truth. So thou art my son. So until you choose the Lord to be your father, he will also not even choose you to be a son or daughter because it is you knowing who you are. And then he also linking up to you. There are some unconditional situations, bearable, most strengthful things that is supposed to be taking place. So whether you like it or not, it's happening every day. Look, take every notification on your phone or cell phone or TV or radio broadcasting, every system, you will know. Even your vision, dreams, symbols, signs, tokens of all things, even transaction, whatever that holds the current affairs. Now listen, that this day have I begotten thee. That you said truly the Lord himself has begotten me as a son. Have you understand? They are making a point here clear that until you choose, You will never know, because if you are not one of them, you are not so convinced or spiritually led that you are one of these. He's telling you this. You must surely know this before you become one of them. You can't be automatically chosen, even if you were born of him. And until you define yourself in this, you can never know it. Now it says again that, and again, I will be to him a father, and he shall be to me a son. So the Lord is even dialoguing between or among his angels. Who are you? Who amongst you would become one of these? He is saying responsibly. You should be a responsibility to yourself. Your own problem, be yourself, like you being able to identify your own problem and yourself. And he himself knowing that he is also one of these, but until you choose certain things, you won't work out like that. So, and for certain things to happen, it's only those who are really angels that he reasons with like this. That's why he says, every time being that they say, oh, and he said, who will go for us? Like he will be chosen among himself. Like he will, thinking from that depth of his what? High place. I've been thinking, so who among you in this universe? You know that the earth is also hanging. So that's why he's also as what? One of the angels. And every planet is represented by that first one angel, the host. Every planet, every star you see is a kind of angel, I can tell you, is represented by an angel. So that you cannot appear on this earth and think there's nobody ruling over it. So if at the point in time you were told that maybe the devil or somebody ruled over you in a certain way, it's because you allowed yourself to be ruled. So it has been given him to rule over you because his power is this, his territories. And that is what you need to know about this scripture. Now I'm going to pause right here, right after here, and then I take it back again because we're going to continue from this. Or I'll take it and there won't be so much preamble to this talking than just moving straight through it. And then we say, thank you so much for your understanding. Subscribe, share this. And you have not been given such truth. I'm making sure that you understand that Christ was the angel. So every time anybody is being chosen among the people to be very unconditional presidential situation is the angel. So if you among the human beings you have not become an angel or you don't know who you are, you're actually just going to be one of the fallen one. Like if a billion of you and one is the only person that becomes one as reasoning with the Lord in spirit, that this I need it, and this become a needful part that you cannot just let go of like that. So you must participate in some of these things. Now this is where you become one out of the Lord, one out of a million. That you will not say we are all church members or religion. No, it's never like that. The angels are not religious. They are just as they are being created. And that's what you all need to know. You must understand this. So I'll be right back after this break. And when I return, you're going to have a lot of this and you need more digest of understanding. Look, you can digest in you, but if it hasn't actually transfused or transformed into your body or really been something touching a spirit in you, you can never have it. Now I know there are most people who are actually having some kind of challenges with their neck part, the left part, or there are a lot of things. If you are not a complete human, your part or part of your body will be a beast, a part will also be a human, and you'll be going in this same way. So that somebody who having an eye will see that this part of you it looks like this, or they'll see that this is a dog, or this part of you is a human, or this part of you is a kind of a creature that is not you completely. It means that a part of you is not yourself. So you are being manipulated or controlled by something else. And so I want to say very thank you for this understanding and having this patience of listening. Now I'll be right back after this break. So take a note with you and keep it. Not everyone who mentioned the name of the Lord is actually being one of the angels. So it's actually me telling you that Christ was himself, he's an angel. So that if you are an angel and you are being, given any task, your fellow angels will be the ones to help you. But if you see yourself to be alone as an angel among that whole generation, it means that the whole burden and trouble, you alone will do that. So thank you. I'll be right back after this break. So take a listening ear. Mark this and we'll be right back.